Hello guys, it is Sunday night. Little dude is home and he has had dinner and I have had dinner and we are getting ready for bed, but I got tired and wanted to lie here uh, and thought it's a good time to catch up with you guys about what the heck is going on. Depending on where we guys hang out together, whether here on YouTube or Facebook, some of y'all were asking about different things like what's the deal between me and my boss after that inflammatory check-in last Friday. Some of y'all want to know what the heck is going on with my car because I had issues this week. Some of y'all are wanting to know how the car search is going because I got into that as well. So I figured let's touch on every little thing while I lie here and be old. And so first things first, okay, with the boss, as y'all know, last Friday she sent me my quarterly check-in, which was full of bold-faced lies that really upset me, lies that I called her out on, and got no response from her that Friday. She'd sent it to me Thursday night, so Friday when I got there in the morning it was there, and I let her know I disagree. I'm not happy with what you're saying. I need to know what you're basing the accusations that you put in this check-in on. One of the accusations was that I don't know the medical records system, therefore I am interrupting coworkers to figure things out. Another accusation was that I rely heavily on people to figure out issues when things go wrong. So I took great offense to it. I reached out to her and told her as much, and I didn't hear anything back all day Friday. But then Friday afternoon, I received an email that said, let me read y'all what this email says. This email is to notify you that a check-in has been completed. This means that the manager and employee have met and shared feedback about Melissa's performance and work environment. That's bold-faced lie number 3. It came in Friday at 11:48 a.m. stating that the manager and the employee had met and shared feedback and the check-in was closed. What? No, the check-in is not closed. We have not met. We did not discuss any of the issues that were on it. You just totally ignored me and just sent in my check-in as if I'm kosher with it. Not cool. So I was upset about that on Friday. And then I thought, I'm going to give her the weekend. If I don't, I'm going to give her the weekend. I'm sure I'll have a response by Monday because I emailed her. I did comments. So she knew I was upset. Can I help you, kitty? You want some lovin's? You see her tapping me? You want some lovin's? You want Mr. Penguin to go away? You want to come in? It's okay. She has the sniffles. Please don't sneeze on me again. That was disgusting. Don't sneeze on me. Anywho, I think she's got some allergies because her little eyes are running a little bit. Poor little thing. This will be the second cat I have that has allergies. But anyway, so Monday came and went and nothing happened. And I was getting a little upset about it. What? So I was getting a little upset about it, and I told myself, you know what? I'm going to give her until Wednesday. If she doesn't respond, can you sit down somewhere? Lie down, please. I'm going to give her until Wednesday. Surely by then she'll respond. If not, then I'm just going to have to get in her face or go above her and go to HR, as some of you all, scoot over a little bit, as some of you all were recommending. But then I thought about it. On Tuesday, I was like, why should I wait until Wednesday? Why should I even bother and stew over it? Why should I even wait until Wednesday? So I sent her, oh, this is not flattering. Put Penguin back. So I sent her an email. Hello. Now this was Tuesday. Hello. I saw the email that read my check-in was complete, but we have still not had our meeting. I haven't seen one scheduled on my calendar either. Will we be having a one-on-one to talk about your assessment? I'll let you know that I am not in agreement with some of the comments made on the teamwork portion of the check-in. I would like clarification on what you based 2 particularly slanderous comments on and an opportunity to offer feedback. As it stands, I am not comfortable that it appears we have discussed the check-in as required when we haven't. Please let me know when we can meet to clarify the issue at hand, or kindly let me know why we aren't able to. So I sent that at 8:40 that morning. She waited until 3:51 a whole 40 minutes before it's time for me to go home to respond. And she sent 2 giant paragraphs full of nothing. Okay. So she went all around the world to not give me anything. Listen to this. Melissa, check-ins look, in quotation marks, check-ins look a little different right now. I followed what my RD did for me. That's her boss. She sent me comments. I responded to her comments and we closed the check-in. I am not opposed to having a face-to-face meeting with you. You know that my door is always open, even when it's closed, and you are more than welcome to come discuss anything with me as you have in the past. We don't need a formal meeting set up. If you want to see me, if you want to see if I'm busy, you can send me a Skype message and ask if I'm busy. But other than that, unless I'm on the phone, I can always stop what I'm doing to talk to you. Bunch of nothing. I will say that my check-in notes were not intended to be slanderous in any way, shape, or form. They were merely observations from your supervisor and the physicians you work for. It was all intended to give you areas that could use improvement. I was taking a different approach from check-ins of the past. Feedback, whether it be positive or negative, is meant to be a tool to which you can compare yourself to the expectations of the job. I tried to balance your check-in between positive and negative feedback so as to encourage you to continue to do what you're doing well and to take a look at what you could tweak to improve. I review past check-ins at the end of the year when determining merit increases. I look at the negative things to see if there has been a change in behavior. I also look at the positive things to gauge if there was a change there as well. Thank you. Did y'all get any of my answers? Were any of my questions answered? No. If anything, she went all around the world to blame others, to point her fingers. When I told her I didn't like that our check-in looked like it was completed, she blamed her boss. I did check-ins the way my boss did for me. She sent me comments, I responded, and we closed the check-in. So it's not her fault. She's not doing anything wrong. She's just doing what her boss did. Then, in regards to my asking her, where are you getting this nonsense about me depending on people or relying on people? Who in the clinic? Because I asked her on Friday in comments and in a separate email, and I want to know where are you getting this information from? Now she's going to pin it on the physicians. They are merely observations from your supervisor. That's her, and the physicians you work for. Now you're going to blame the doctors? I don't think so, because I was so upset that Friday. I went to one of the doctors and he all but said, it's false, it's BS. He even said it's BS, like the real words, bull. I don't see you that way. And the other doctor doesn't either. The other doctor is so bubble-headed. He and I have had problems in the past, but he's so bubble-headed, he doesn't hold grudges. He might be mad at you for 5 minutes and then he's over it. We're buddies again. So I know it's not coming from the physicians. She doesn't have anybody to pin it on, so she's just going all around the world and making up crap. So she's still lying. It was all intended to give you areas that could use improvement. Again, what areas need improvement? I'm asking you, what am I doing? Who and how am I depending on someone? Who and how am I relying on heavily? How am I supposed to improve something when I don't even know what I'm doing? And I'm asking you to tell me, and you're not friggin' telling me. I look at the negative things to see if there has been a change in behavior. Again, if I don't know that I'm doing something wrong, how am I supposed to change it? You are not telling me what I'm doing wrong. You're just going all around the world to get to nowhere. She also mentioned my being able to go to her and speak to her whenever I needed to, but that's been proven to be false in the past many times because she makes appointments and breaks them or avoids me. So that's that. That's where that was left off. And I was a little upset about it. But then on the way home that Tuesday, I'm driving along and I hear a suspicious metallic clunk. I don't know what the heck it is. It don't sound right. But all of a sudden, I hear metal on metal from my front driver's side. And I'm like, what in the heckin' is going on here? And it just stayed metal on metal. Well, I've just had a conversation with my boss about call-ins and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, I know I can't call her the next morning until I have to go take care of my car because this is what she's looking for. So I drove my car the rest of the week with metal on metal. I ended up getting it into the shop late Friday, and one of my brake pads had broken off. Um, had broken off, and I was the little caliper, the pad was rubbing on the rotor, destroyed my rotor. Okay, but the driver's side destroyed my rotor. Thankfully, the brakes parts were under warranty, so they replaced parts. I just had to pay for labor. I ended up getting oil change and an alignment, and it was like $300 for that work. And by that point, I'm just like, you know what? This is a sign that I need to get my big girl panties on and stop being scared of salesmen at these car lots and go in and look at these cars that you want to look at. So for the rest of the week, I didn't chase down my boss, because for the rest of the week during lunchtime or downtime, I was looking for vehicles at the dealerships in my area. I had been doing that during the week, knowing I had to get my car fixed. I can't keep driving it this way. It's not safe. So I got to get the car fixed, and I got to get into a new car. So I found a few vehicles. I narrowed it down to 3. A really pretty Elantra, a Sentra, and a Kia Forte. I went to test drive the Elantra, and that was just the car I just knew I wanted. It was my first choice till I drove it, and it was too small, and I could feel the road under it, and it wasn't as as I imagined it to be. My neighbor has one, and I really, really liked it. It was very small. I felt closed in it. So I was like, well, moving on. I then drove the Sentra, and again, it flew on the freeway, and it was awesome, but I could feel the road, the side roads on it, and it too was too small. I didn't feel safe. I felt too close to the other cars. So then I went and test drove the Forte, and really liked that one. And the Camry, there's a Camry in the mix that was a surprise. Okay, so I went to Toyota dealership to look at the Elantra. And like I said, it wasn't a good fit. So they brought out a Camry that I didn't think was going to be in my price range. There's no way. It's quite a lot more money than the Elantra I was looking at. But the sales manager said, that's what I'm for. I'm here to make it affordable. And I told him I didn't think a Toyota was in my price range. He goes, that's what I'm here for, to put it in your price range. So I'm like, okay, well, if you can work it out for me, I want to test drive it. I haven't even decided on a dealership. I haven't even decided on a vehicle yet. You're not running my credit. You're not doing any of that. I'm here to test drive. So Friday I test drove the Elantra and the Camry, which was a little surprise. Little dude loved the friggin' Camry. It is really pretty. Really pretty, really fancy on the inside. Really nice cars. The size of the Malibu I drive now, there's a lot of room. So I liked it, but it was kind of like a whoa, I wasn't ready for this. I had done all my research on everything else, not on this one. Now I know the history of Toyotas, and they're really, really good, and insurability is pretty affordable. So I'm like, well, this is a nice little surprise. So Saturday, after little dude got picked up, I had an appointment with Nissan and an appointment with Kia. Nissan, I was going to look at the Sentra. And let me tell you guys, when I went into Toyota, it was top-notch professional. The sales associate was not pushy. The manager was awesome. They listened to what I was saying. They offered suggestions. They rolled out the Camry by surprise, just knowing what I was looking for. Friggin' Nissan was a total crap show. When I got there, first of all, nobody had on a mask. It was dirty. The salesmen were pushy and eventually got kind of rude. They were not listening to what I wanted. I was there, I had made an appointment to test drive the Sentra. I didn't like it. I told them that I had an appointment at the Kia dealership to look at a Forte. The manager comes and says, oh, I have a Forte for you. It had 90,000 miles on it. I told you what mileage I was looking for. Why would you bring out a friggin' Forte with 90,000 miles on it? So I said no. So I'm ready to leave, and they're like, well, hold on a second. If you're interested, because I told them that there was a Camry that I was interested in as well. We have Toyotas here. They pull out a Corolla. Itty bitty, teeny tiny little Corolla. I almost didn't even drive it out of the lot because it was a joke. It was too small. It's not, I didn't feel safe in it. It was too small. It was a pretty little car, affordable little car, fancy, cute, sporty little car, but I did not feel safe in it. I'm a fluffy girl. Okay. I didn't feel safe in it. I couldn't see my family in that little car. So I almost didn't even drive it out of the lot, but I went ahead and tried it. I liked the speed on the freeway. I just, it wasn't me. It wasn't what I was looking for. It wasn't what I asked for. And these people weren't listening. They were just bringing out cars and trying to sell me something. Even said, well, we don't want you to leave here without buying something. I want to leave. Y'all don't have any masks on. You're all up in my face. This place is dirty. Y'all are rude. Y'all are pushy. This is exactly what I didn't want to experience when I was buying a car. Absolute opposite from friggin' Toyota. Toyota was just awesome. So after that, after them, I went for my appointment at Kia. Professional, safe, mask, social distancing. Nobody test drove with me because of the situation. Uh, but I thought Nissan was a joke. Oh, you can't test drive with me, but you're sitting here trying to shake my hand and no masks and all up in my face. No, ew, whatever. Nissan, this dealership, Kia, very nice showroom, very professional sales associates. They were super busy though. God bless you. But as busy as they were, they listened to what I wanted and they offered options, which they didn't really need to because I just really liked that little Forte. I really, really did. So did all that. Now it's between the Camry and the Forte. I got home too late to try and call the associate at Toyota. He tried to call me while I was test driving the little Kia because he knew that I had appointments on Saturday and I'm not going to answer the phone when I'm driving my own car, much less somebody else's car. So I'm hoping to get a hold of him tomorrow. The only thing I have left to do, because I've already ran the Carfax, I've checked for recalls on these VIN numbers and on the years of both vehicles. Carfaxes are clean. The only thing I need to do is get my insurance agent on the phone to tell me which one is the more affordable to insure. Um, then I have to call the sales associate at Toyota and tell him, dude, it's really between the Camry and the Forte at this point. But for the most part, it was fun. For the most part, it wasn't as terrible and scary as I thought it was going to be. The coincidence is that the dealership that was very unprofessional, very dirty, very gross, very pushy was Nissan. And the person who initially turned me off to the whole experience back in July because they were calling me 2 or 3 times a day and even being kind of rude. Well, if you're not looking for a new car, can you please tell us so we can stop calling you? They were also Nissan. So I'm like, what is the deal with friggin' Dallas? And it's Clay Cooley Nissan for those local Dallas people. I don't know what their friggin' problem is because Clay Cooley in Irving and the Clay Cooley here in South, oh my gosh, they're kind of jerks. But so that's that. So that's, let's see, that's the boss. That's my car clunking on me. That's the new car search. But other than that, I've just been busy. I've busied myself around the house, trying to play plant keeper to some plants that are doing strange things in my house. This one back here, I did a little video that I'll include in here about what the heck I had going on. Hey guys, remember I planted this asparagus fern in this dome I got out of the bins. Well, I had never had an asparagus fern before, and y'all know I don't know what I'm doing in regards to plants. But initially it was a bush like this little center was all bushed out, and as you can see they've dried out and the little needles flaked off like coconut. And I was about to trash it, honestly, but YouTube said don't. These need a lot of sunlight, and if you have them in a dim area, they will start growing towards the light. And sure enough, that's what started happening. Look at these long little arms that are definitely trying to grow towards the window. So I think I'm going to move this closer to the window to give it a little extra oomph. But I'm going to clip off these absolutely dead and brittle ones off today, just to make it look a little more uniform. And I have one downstairs that's doing the same thing. Poor thing. The little leaves flaked off and it's growing towards the patio door. But that's my asparagus fern. If any of you want to attempt these, put them in sunlight, guys. Here she is, all trimmed up. There's still a little of the original bush alive. And look at the crazy tendrils. Once they fell out, I hope it looks pretty. I'm gonna go trim the one downstairs because that one's just as bad. Here's this one I planted in the little trunk, doing the same thing. This one's really got some good growth on it towards the patio door. I'd like to keep this little lamp on for it. I tried for a while, but it didn't seem to do any good. It is naturally growing towards the patio. So I'm going to clean this one up. And here is my little Dracaena, who is doing really good there and really good there. But because of this little guy right here, this one has struggled. He ate away at so many of these leaves that I just kept trimming. No. I just kept trimming back to the point where I think I've killed the leaf. And then the new growth is growing in brown and kind of brittle or yellow. I'm not sure what's going on with these, but I'm sad because they're growing in achy. I just saw a bee, so I associated a bee sting with achy. Anyway, yeah, they're growing in kind of rough. Down here is brand new growth on this stump, and look at that leaf, grew in completely brown. YouTube, my go-to, has said that it may be that I am watering it too much, that it doesn't like a water, so I'm going to try and trim this one back too, maybe, I don't know. I have a feeling that this little bit right here is just going to die, but I'm trying on the inside too, guys. But other than that, not much going on. I just felt like making a cooking video today, so I had to go run out and get a cabbage. And came across some rather different things at the little Mexican grocery store across the street from my house that I'm wanting to try. Maybe you guys have tried, so I'm going to insert pictures of those things in here. See if you guys have tried them and give me some feedback on. But other than that, it's been pretty slow. Not slow. It's been busy. It's been consistent. And I'm pooped. So I'm going to put my little one to bed. And I am going to put myself to bed. And hopefully this cat doesn't sneeze all night. But till my next go around, thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me this weekend. And until I see y'all again, I love y'all bunches. Oh, I hope y'all have a great week. I really do. Hope y'all have a great week and stay safe. Don't let anybody get under your skin. Yeah, that's it. So good night. Love y'all.